Hey guys, it's Victoria, and on this week with Groupies with the Band, I was able to sit down with the band Underground Springhouse. I hope you guys enjoy.
I'm Charlie Haas. I'm 26 and I play rhythm guitar and sing in the band.
Cool.
I'm Jackson Thompson. I'm also 26 and I play bass and sing.
I'm not in the band, but I hang out sometimes with them. And I'm 42. Just kidding. My name is Mitch, and I'm 25, and I play red guitar in the band.
Cool. All right, so first question. So I read on y'all's website that you guys all met in college in Georgia. But is that where y'all are like originally from, or are y'all from like all different places?
Yeah, we're all from Georgia, except for our drummer, who's not on the call right now, who's relatively new. He's from, I'd say all over the place, but he's from Northern Virginia.
Okay,
Yeah, I
cool.
think that's the consensus. Every time I ask him that question, I feel like it changes.
He's like born in Hickory, North Carolina, lived
Okay,
around
cool.
a few different places, but um, yeah, we're all from Georgia-ish. Three of us from Atlanta. Mitch is from Augusta. Yeah, we all met in school and college at UGA.
Okay, cool. That's amazing that your drummer is from North Carolina. I lived there for a while, so
Oh, nice.
amazing. Um, so about your music, how would you like describe it to people that haven't like listened to y'all before?
Sometimes we have a hard time doing that.
Yeah, that is a good question. We're kind of all over the map. We like
It's
everything. So,
yeah,
Yeah.
it's
I
rock
mean,
music with almost every other genre infused into it, I would say.
yeah, that's probably good. It's a base of rock, but then we play a lot of reggae. We
Hmm.
play some bluegrass. I mean, we've started. Mitch just wrote something that's a borderline metal song that we've been playing. So like, you know, we can give you some whiplash for sure.
No, it's okay. Everybody likes different music, so the fact that y'all like are everywhere, it's a little bit of something for everybody to get into, you know?
That's the goal,
Yeah,
for sure.
definitely. You guys want to attract everybody to you.
Yeah.
Speaking of y'all's music, what inspired y'all to like start a band and start performing and like writing songs and like what influences you to write everything that you guys do?
I think being in Athens as a young band was the main inspiration. There was tons of opportunities to play as a band that's just getting started around town and at fraternity sorority events and all kinds of places around Athens. And there's also tons of bands coming through town to Georgia Theater, to the 40 Watt, and to those events that it just makes you want to do it. So we started off just playing covers in bars for fun, and then started recording original music, and people seemed to like it. And so that
Hmm.
was really the inspiration to keep going. Was we just were like, let's record an original song just for fun. And we ended up putting it out, and it ended up getting a lot of listens. And so the people around us that listen to our music is kind of really what inspired us to keep doing it, because we were like, man, maybe people actually like this.
Yeah. What's your like writing process like and music making process like?
I feel like a lot of the time, one of us will just come up with something and either bring the whole idea, and then we all, hack away at it either in the practice room or on the road, and then little nuances will come together with it. That or like, there's been times where usually I think that's what it is, but sometimes we'll have a couple of us will either have like half ideas that we merge together. Like we had a song called Island Grass that was kind of a thing like that between me and Chuck, or something's like halfway there, and then we kind of just hack away at it until we figure it out.
That's cool. What's y'all's favorite song to perform while like touring or just like in general?
Right now, it's Mitch's new little ditty, the metal one, Loose Shingle, unreleased.
See, one of my favorites to play is Island Grass, the one that Jackson just mentioned.
Mm.
That is a fun one.
That's just a fun song. Very beachy.
Very beachy.
I think my favorite is Southern Wind. It's also an unreleased one, but we just finished recording it and it'll be out really soon.
Ah, yay! I am so excited for new music.
Thanks. Yeah, I am too. I think it's about time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Do you guys have any pre-show rituals that you guys do before you go on, or like when you guys get off? Is there anything? Do you guys like say? Do you guys take a shot or whatever?
Sometimes we'll put our hands in the middle and then just say whatever the dumbest thing we can think of on three.
1, 2, 3, go, and then you just go on stage.
You
We also
something like that.
We also breathe. We do like breathing techniques
Mm,
Yeah, we'll do that sometimes.
sometimes.
sometimes. What's the?
Sometimes it'll be just us. Sometimes it's us pulling up to the venue and just going as fast as we can to get everything plugged in.
You're just like, okay, we gotta go.
Yeah.
If a zombie apocalypse were to occur, which one of y'all would survive, and why?
That's a great question that we've definitely never been asked before. I can see Mitch like going hard during a zombie apocalypse,
Mhm.
and I can also see Mitch having like a secret layer of weapons.
Like an underground bunker just filled with like
Yeah,
weapons.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I think Mitch and his Augusta family and friends would have a zombie apocalypse uprising and be the last one standing. That's my answer.
Okay, Chuck. I think it's Chuck. For
Mm.
whatever reason,
I know who's dying first, and it's Max Motley.
I was about to say the same thing. He's also
He's out of there. I mean, he's just out.
yeah, he's out.
If he won't be able to wash his hands for a while, I mean, he's not going to be able to survive.
I think Chuck lasts the longest. I don't know about Johnny yet. He's either going quick or he's lasting a long time.
What is like the most like awkward encounter you've had on tour, or like what's the funniest thing that has happened like while you guys have been like performing?
Somebody threw a cheeseburger at Charlie one time.
And I caught it in my hand in the middle of the show and kept singing.
You caught it?
It was at the Georgia Florida football game in Jacksonville.
Mm-hmm.
So one of the rowdier events in humankind. And it was probably honestly pretty early in the morning. We started playing and a bunch of drunk kids showed up and I saw a cheeseburger flying from, it seemed like a mile away. Somebody just launched it and it was just coming at me. And I'm in the middle of singing a song and I just catch it and just keep playing. And then I kind of just chucked it back into the crowd. I didn't really think about the fact that someone chucked a cheeseburger at me on stage, meaning maybe they weren't liking what was going on, but I think it was just general drunkenness and
Probably.
not like throwing tomatoes at, But yeah, that was pretty crazy. On stage, man, I feel like we haven't had that many unruly people, just people that are having fun. But gosh, there's definitely been some crazy things happen.
I'm still waiting for somebody to do a stage dive.
Jimmy wanted to do it. Jimmy was like, "I'm doing it."
You guys should do it. Somebody needs to do it.
I think you need to come and do it.
I should do it?
Yeah.
Me?
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe.
Answer.
Will I get arrested?
I got arrested on stage.
No.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, so that's probably the craziest thing that's happened. Being handcuffed by the police in the middle of a song.
Oh my gosh. Now that's a crazy story.
Yeah, it was a while ago. I forgot about it.
Mm.
Luckily, I didn't end up going to jail. They we were disobeying a sound ordinance, and then the cops came and kind of shined their flashlights and told us to cut it off, and we started playing louder just to be. We thought we were super cool and punk by doing that, and
Mm-hmm.
they showed us quickly that we were not.
Very rock and roll.
Very rock and roll. That's funny though.
But yeah, that was a weird feeling being handcuffed on stage in front of a bunch of people.
Yeah, I can imagine.
And then they walked me out through the crowd, and everyone was like screaming terrible things at the cop, and like
Mm.
they were like, "We love you, Charlie. Like you're gonna be okay." And yeah, it was crazy. But then they just talked to us for like 10 minutes to let us off with a warning.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah, Athens cops, they were chill.
I feel like all Southern cops are a lot more chill than the Northeast cops. I've lived in both places, so I feel like I can vouch for that a little bit. What is the one of the coolest venues you guys have played at? Because y'all have been on tour a few times I've seen, and y'all are on tour at the moment, playing a bunch of different venues. So what's just like the coolest venue, or just the most fun venue to play for you guys?
Halloween was really fun. That was totally sweet because it was just we played kind of at night or like dusk. There were a bunch of lights everywhere, and so that was super fun. Definitely unique to something for us.
Mhm.
I liked that place. We just played in Chattanooga. We opened for Pigeons playing ping pong at I don't even, what was that called? The Mill and Mine or something. It was like an old warehouse, and it was
Yeah,
just
Knoxville.
when or yeah, it was Knoxville, and it was just filled with just when it's like filled with people, that also kind of feels like a festival set because
Mhm.
it's not tiered at all. It's just like one long stretch of people. So that was also pretty fun.
That's cool. Did you guys dress up in costumes at all for Halloween?
Yes.
What do you guys go as?
Let's see. Some of us were doctors. Mitch and I were patients that had we had our butts sticking out. We had like these huge prosthetic butts. That look, yeah. Who's shaking your head? You were a proponent for it.
Because nobody would make a decision, and we had to make a decision fast.
I know what I wanted to be. I don't
What,
remember it
a
now.
zookeeper?
Maybe something like
It
that.
was between
Oh, I
doctors and
did want
patients
that.
or zookeepers, which would have been awesome. We should have.
Yeah, I wanted a pith helmet.
That's amazing. Okay, so y'all have been making music since 2018, and you guys have had two albums come out, and you guys just released an EP. So you guys been making music for a while now. How do you feel like it's changed? Your sound has changed over the years.
Well, the lineup has completely changed, so that's definitely obviously affected the sound.
Hmm.
At this point, I'm the only original member that was in the band when we dropped our first song. So different bass player, different lead guitar player, different drummer. Gonna sound different for sure.
Yeah.
Um, but I feel like some of the same music taste is there from the original members as who's in the band now, and just kind of the same similar vibe for sure. But I think we've just explored a lot of different types of music than at first. Um, well, I think we've grown as songwriters too, because those were some of the first songs we had written. Um, which still love playing those songs, and we still play them all the time. But it's just exciting to have everyone in the band is now contributing to songwriting. It felt like early on I was doing a lot of the legwork with that, which is cool. But I feel like we're more proud of the product when everybody gives their 2 cents and says, "Why don't we try this out and see how this sounds?" And instead of just saying, "Cool, we got a finished product, let's go record it," we take a lot more time with it now, like, because back in those days it literally was I was the only one that knew the song when we went into the studio. the other guys learned it in the studio. It was like two chords. I'm like, you guys will be fine. Now it's like we'll have been playing a song for like 2 years before we release it. Like we've probably been playing Southern Wind live for at least a year now, a year and a half, and it's still not even mastered. So we definitely are a lot more patient with it now and try things out at shows and see what sounds good on the song, and um, we take too long with it, but I think we get a better product, and we have a lot of different styles going on now because there's so many different influences in the band. Like Jackson was saying, we have basically like a metal song that Mitch wrote, um, which is different compared to like our previous stuff on Spotify. But it's something that we do a lot more live. If people who have seen us live, they know that we play a lot of heavier stuff too. So it's nice to like have it represented in our original catalog. But yeah, I think we're constantly evolving. We'll probably continue to.
Well, that's good though.
Yeah, big time. Definitely don't want to get stagnant. That's kind of how you drown a little bit.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of bands just like get stagnant and they just kind of like die off in the end, and but I feel like as long as you're working on your music so much that you like perfect it and you're like, yes, this is what I want, you guys like grow and grow and grow as a band, and I love seeing bands do that. It's my favorite thing ever. Okay, is a short-term goal for your band or personally just for making music, and a long-term goal for all of y'all?
Long-term goal, play as many festivals as we can.
Mm-hmm.
That's no specific. Give a specific one goal. That's rule number one of achieving your dreams is write one achievable thing and then you make steps to it. Come on. Don't
Yep.
say don't say have lots of money. Don't
Be very
don't
successful, and
there you go. That's what I'm looking for.
is that what you're looking for?
Yeah.
Nope, still not concrete at all.
I think our biggest goal is that we just want to be very successful and just do things that make people happy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm kidding. I'm just saying vague things now to piss Jackson off. Well, I'll just be quiet and you guys can speak about your goals.
No, could say,
Well,
Mitch, what's your
goal?
hopes for the band?
Yeah.
What's your short term too? Uh-oh.
Short-term goal, play Madison Square Garden. I think we'll be able to get in there pretty quickly.
There we go.
That's about it.
What about for y'all?
That'd be a long-term goal of mine, I would say. Being realistic, I think Mitch was kidding, but short-term goal, I would say we've been working with the same booking agent for about 4 years, and we just parted ways 4 or 5 years, and we just parted ways with him. Short-term goal would be to find a new booking agent, probably. We played 96 shows last year.
Hmm.
So we had a great year, and definitely helps to have a booking agent when you're playing that many shows.
Definitely.
But yeah, we're looking to get into the festival world, for sure. Halloween was a goal of mine, so it's really cool that we checked that off. So I'd say long-term goal. I don't have as much of a specific long-term goal. I'm gonna say travel around to gigs in a tour bus one day would be my long-term goal. I think that would be the feeling of, wow, we've really come a long way.
No more
tour bus.
Yeah, that would be good. I'd say short term for me is just get this album out.
Mm-hmm.
Just get the damn thing done because I feel like we've been doing it for a long time. So that's the short term. Long term, I think a long term goal for me musically would be able to tour Europe or just do a world tour, something like that. I feel like would be totally sweet. Um, Especially because I think on our end, I think the style of music that we play is pretty aggressively American. So if we can get the French to like it, then that's a win for us. That's called diplomacy.
Who would you want to open for your European world tour?
Ooh, Bo Bice. Um, I don't, I don't know. So bring somebody else who's aggressively American. Give me somebody from like, I don't know. Bo Bice is from like Birmingham, I think,
Mm.
something like that. I don't know. Do you remember Bo Bice? Do you know Bo
Sorry,
Bice?
I froze again.
No, you're
Was Bo
good.
Bice your answer?
Yeah, Bo Bice is my answer. He was like runner up on American Idol in like 2003 or something.
I remember Bo Bice.
Damn straight. Yeah.
What about the rest of y'all? Who would be your like dream opener for your world tour?
Man, probably just any band that I mean that's actually a terrible answer. I was gonna say any band that I really like, but that's obvious. Um,
Pick somebody you hate.
I'm trying to think of a European band. Um,
The Scorpions? That would be sweet.
um, gosh, I don't know. Maybe Big Chungus.
Mm.
There you go.
Yeah.
Mine's Alicia Keys.
Alicia Keys is pretty good.
She would definitely open for us.
Yeah.
She's
Oh,
the best.
100%. 100%. Speaking
You're
of
great
like
pairing too.
speaking of
Check.
like openers and like collabing with people, if you could collab with anybody, dead or alive, who would it be? Or dead and alive, who would it be?
Bon Jovi.
Oh, nice. Okay. Um, damn. That's a good question.
I would like to collab with some of the Allman Brothers guys. Just because I really like that. I really like their sound.
Mm-hmm. You're having a
I'm
hard
totally
think
stumped
there.
on that. Yeah. Um. hmm. All right. Off the wall answer. I'm gonna go with Burt Bacharach because he wrote like all the yacht rock.
Nice.
Rest in peace.
R.I.P. What about you, Charlie?
This is a tough one. Definitely a tough one. But I like that you're asking the hard hitting questions.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I like having to think this early in the morning. It's a good way to start the day.
It wakes you up.
Gears.
Yeah. I'm gonna say I'm gonna say
Christopher Cross.
no, that's your answer. I know that's your answer.
One of them for sure.
Um, maybe like Chris Thiele,
Mm.
amazing Mando player. Maybe like Bella Fleck, amazing banjo player. I've always liked the sit when we have people sit in with us at shows, like with like other bands that we play with. I always like when they play an instrument that none of us play. Like it's always fun if there's a really good keys player, a really good guitar player. But it's really fun when there's like horn players or, you know, just any instrument that we don't already have. So I would say someone that's just like the best at what they do, which is an instrument that we don't play.
Hmm.
Um, But yeah, that's tough. Maybe maybe the guy from Lettuce, their trumpet player. He's like super entertaining, really good at trumpet. Um, but gosh, we could probably just rattle off names for like all day if we were talking about just dream collaborations. I
Yeah, if
like
you want
reggae
just
a lot.
names,
Slightly Stupid. They're like my childhood heroes, kind of. Like I loved them in high school, so that would be insanely cool. Um,
I like the idea of you being 7 listening to Slightly Stupid, seeing as it
I
was
was
your
like
childhood hero.
12, probably 13 when I got into them.
Mhm.
But yeah,
Destined to be a
my
pothead.
child would be 7 listening to it.
And you're 7 years old, and you're like, man, this is crunchy.
Yeah.
Crunchy?
Mitch, were you listening to like Soundgarden at 7?
No, I was listening to like AC/DC and shit like that.
Yeah.
Oh, you were listening to like Bach.
Yeah, that's right.
And you're listening.
I don't know. Actually, I was probably listening to Soundgarden at 7. That was like Soundgarden is a band that has always been around, kind of like Alice in Chains for me. Like that band has been there since day one, just because my parents like that shit.
Mm. Is there like any music from your childhood that inspired you with your music that you're making now?
Definitely the Allman Brothers. That's
Yeah, a
definitely
lot. Yeah.
yeah, a lot of that.
Speaking of music that our parents liked, I think everyone is influenced by their dad's taste in music. If they have a relationship with their dad, then
Mm-hmm.
that's gonna rub off on you. So I think that that's happened to all of us for sure. Um, and that was kind of probably our first like wow moments with music. Um, it seems like
Right.
we've all talked about like dad's music rubbing off on us. And I know it's happened with all of us. I don't know as much about Johnny. Johnny's our new drummer, has been playing with us for probably like since last summer, but he just joined the band officially a couple months ago. Um,
Johnny used to be really into thrash metal, is what he told me.
and like he's been into Johnny seems to have had a phase with every single kind of music because he definitely
Yeah.
like grew up on pop punk too. Um, so yeah, but yeah,
Oh, who would? Here's my guy that I want to collab with, Jimmy Buffett,
Oh yeah.
Ah,
nice.
king of all.
I have one more question for you, and I'm gonna let y'all go. And it's, how did you guys get your name for the band?
The Underground Springhouse used to be, it was a phrase that I heard like early in college that was a place where they would keep booze cold during Prohibition and hide it. Um, and I just thought it sounded that it was a cool. I just remember when I heard it, I was like, that would be a cool band name if I ever start a band. And then we ended up starting a band probably like a few months after that, and I had always just all of a sudden it was like, "What's y'all's band name?" Like I'm introducing you on stage. What's your band name? Because for a while we were just like the Fiji band, like that fraternity band that, um, and then I just said we're Underground Springhouse.
The human spider.
Yeah, I'm glad that these guys were not in the band when we were coming up with the band name because
No, that was a reference to Spider-Man. Come on.
no, I'm just kidding. But just the thought of you should see the conversations we have trying to name songs. It's really crazy.
It's all great ideas. It's nothing but excellent ideas, and it
100%.
just nothing would get done because of just the dealer's choice, the indecision between all those excellent ideas.
Yeah, but yeah, that's the origin of the band name, and shout out to Athens, Georgia, because that's the reason I feel like that we're still playing. Athens is a great place for bands to start. You can be a crappy, terrible sounding band, and still plenty of people are going to come and support you and drink beer and listen to you play until you're good.
Mm-hmm.
And there's
So they don't
always
need the beer to listen to you anymore.
Yeah, exactly. The more you drink, the better we sound.
That on a T-shirt.
Yeah,
You
that was a
should.
band when my dad was in school in Athens called Liquid Pleasure. The more you drink, the better we sound.
Actually, that's great.
Yeah.
Y'all should sell that as merch, like on like a
Yeah.
hat or
We should.
buttons.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Yeah, let's bring buttons back.
Everybody should. I love buttons.
Yeah. Girls wear buttons around like on game days and stuff, like the sorority ones, but that's about all I've seen them. We should get some like 70s buttons going.
Yeah, no, we should. I have a bunch of buttons on my bag and I just keep collecting them and I just keep putting them on.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, Victoria, thanks so much for reaching out. It was great to meet you, and hopefully we answered most of the questions you have. But
No, yeah, you guys did. Thank
feel
you.
free to hit us up anytime for whatever.
Thanks. Hopefully I'll be able
Yeah,
to see you
thank you.
guys soon in person.
Sorry?
I said hopefully I'll be able to see y'all soon in person.
Oh, yeah, that'd be awesome. You said you're North Carolina area?
I actually live in Rhode Island now, so it'd be
Oh,
like
okay.
Boston.
Gotcha. Nice. Sadly, we've still not played Boston. We've gone up to New York like 3 times.
You gotta come to
like Central
Boston.
Massachusetts. We're coming to Connecticut soon.
I can.
don't know how far
Connecticut's
that
close
is.
to me. It's right next to
Yeah.
me.
We'll keep
Think
an
we're
eye
playing
out. I'm sure
Hartford.
we'll be in Rhode Island eventually.
Come to Providence.
Yeah. I was
Anyway,
talking to Johnny about Providence recently. I've been there. It's a fun place.
it is fun during the summer when there's stuff
Yeah, I
to
was there in
do.
the summer.
Yeah. Rhode Island during the winters, pretty much older people and Italian food.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Hey, that
That's
sounds
great.
fun to us too, though.
Yeah.
Anyway, thank you guys so much for letting me do this.
Thank you. We
Of course.